Alright, we're back with Breath of the Wild, and I found myself the third maze. I say I found it, but I've also pretty much also solved said maze. Because I figured there are probably better ways to do this than try to solve it like a normal human being. So, I'm just going to be doing this extremely legit here and skip pretty much the entire maze. I did take the time to actually search for stuff in the maze, like outside of finding the shrine, just out of curiosity more than anything. And yeah. I figure if I try to actually do this legit, that might actually take a while. Especially because the map isn't nearly as helpful as one might think. There is no direct path through this place with just looking at the map, basically. But you can easily climb to the top of it. And the shrine is at the middle. You can't actually do anything with the middle. All, like, there's no way down there directly. All directions are blocked at the ground level, so you need to do a bit more. And specifically, I believe what I want to do is jump down here. I have possibly chosen poorly. Not entirely, because I can then just climb up here, and if I'm not wrong, this is actually going to lead me to the solution directly. There wasn't anything particularly interesting in the maze itself. Like some pretty standard stuff and all that. So I figured that's honestly a much better option for the sake of making some actual progress, because damn, those last few videos of shrine hunting were bad. And as one might expect, it's just a blessing. And as one might also expect, there's the last piece of the barbarian armor, which I am very glad to have. I don't even know how much of a damage increase they give, but it's something. I think it's 10 extra damage per piece. So if you have the full set, you deal an extra 30 damage, which is how much the Master Sword does when it's not activated. So that's actually a pretty decent sum, if that's right. I could be wrong. I'm also pretty sure it doesn't apply to bombs, only your actual weapons. And now the doors are actually open, so you can easily leave the area. But instead of leaving it the right way, we're just going to warp to Shagema instead. So, when I came to... I specifically left to find the maze area after I got to the tower, because I knew the barbarian legs would be there. So on the way I found this shrine, and nearby this was a white lunel, and then I started walking towards the maze, and there was another one. That got slightly intense, but I'm actually fine with having two of those near each other here, so I can actually easily, like, destroy them. I don't know if that's what I'm supposed to do, but I'm going to roll with it. That might be what I was supposed to do. Who knows? Okay, well, that was at least mandatory. I didn't even look at what the name of this dungeon was. Dungeon, shrine, whatever. So let's see. With the key, I can now already finish the place. What the hell? Okay, there is another chest somewhere. I don't really see anything, but there is an upper part to this, which means that there's definitely something I can probably do with bombs and stasis to make myself go all the way up high if necessary. But what is all this garbage? None of that was actually necessary. I think I actually did not do this at all in the way it was intended. Oh well, I don't have room for this. But yeah, I'm always totally down to having a bunch of... what do I throw away? Honestly, it's a frost blade, if I have to throw something out. But that's also pretty useful, so actually I'm going to just throw this instead. Okay, so yeah. I'm totally down for more easy to access Lunels, because I feel like pretty often I need to prepare myself for some more difficult fights, and the only easy to access good weapons, especially the bows, is Lunels pretty much. The other option is pretty much to go to Hyrule Castle and try to find some stuff there, but I'd rather fight some tough enemies and have fun with that, and then get weapons, especially the bows, because 3 or 5 shot bows are ridiculously good. I guess I can go here then. So I did search for shrines. You can see there's one I've marked, but I couldn't actually find a way to reach them. Like a lot of the shrines in this snowy Hebra Mountains area are actually like underground basically, and you need to find some really dumb ways to reach them. This is not the one I was thinking. There's one that was kind of stupid to find. I mean, I like the idea of what you were supposed to do, but whenever the map tells you that there's something there and it's not at all visible when you arrive, it's kind of tough. Okay, so power of reach going to involve fire. That's fine. I feel like I've seen a dozen of this kind of puzzles before. Also, I can just use this for all I care. Don't even know if that did anything. Yeah, it did something. Oh, hi. I'll probably just handle you without wasting my meteor rod for what it's worth. I do enjoy my meteor rods, but okay, that's going to... Okay, I can't lift it upwards because it's so heavy. Alright. Still not sure what my actual goal here is. Like, increased reach is one thing, but like, I don't really see the overall team here. That's still a closed door. Let's backtrack. I think I may have gone the wrong direction or something. Can't open you. Yeah, that's not an openable one. There is a chest there, and that one is magnetic, so can get that. Are you mandatory? Trail shaft. That's new. Definitely new. Not necessarily particularly interesting. Let me drop that for a moment. Well, obviously, I don't think I have any need to actually take this with me. But I will definitely take a photo of it. Okay, so that did not land me a key. I'm thinking the key is probably on this side of the dungeon. So let's carefully inspect things. Actually, right. There's probably something I can... Well, not quite. I can probably do something to break these. Like make myself explode, right? That worked. I don't think that was quite what I was trying to do. And this should be the key, right? Yeah. And that's all the keys here, so I think that might be the entire thing then. Let's see, now there's... Okay, never mind, there isn't anything else. Okay, that was short and not particularly interesting. Even the meteor rod did not really help me. I mean, it made it probably easier, but making the difficulty go from a 1 to a 0 is not much of a thing when I'm more of the kind of person that enjoys having something close to like difficulty of 9 or 10, really. So that's something. Okay, let's see. This one might actually be the shrine I was thinking of. Or maybe this one is way too north as well and I'm thinking a completely different shrine as well. But that's not really a big deal right now. So indeed, our goal right now is to hit 105 shrines before we do the last Divine Beast. So let's see. Oh right, this was this one that you have to had to melt ice to reach. Right. This is way too north for what I was thinking about, but whatever. Yeah, our goal is 105 shrines, so we have 14 more until we do the last beast. And this one is a major test of strength, so actually I want to try something here. Let's see if I can make this work. I've seen this in a video, I believe. So assuming I have enough... Well, that didn't go exactly as planned. Let me break that, and I guess that as well. I need to have this relatively close to each another without actually starting the fight. So let's give this a try. I think it might be way too far from the hole, but well, never mind. That didn't work out. So if you do that right and just stick to the walls of the ice, you don't hit the trigger and you can actually jump down the pit without any problems. Okay, so I need to deal with this. And I think this is my best weapon of choice here. Oh, Edge of Duality counts as an axe kind of weapon, huh? Wasn't aware of that. Speaking of being aware of things, I should definitely switch to my full damage increasing armor now. I mean, no real reason not to. Makes doing damage to this thing a lot faster. And it's not like the spear, which is pretty much the only weapon it's ever going to hit me with, is all that hard. So, can ice stop this? Yes, it can. That's neat. I don't think I ever really tested that. Oh, we're doing this already. Okay, that didn't quite work out. Okay. Do that. The axe is never going to make it in time. The spear is going to hit because I don't actually care. Like, it does so little damage that you're not really in any risk of dying or anything. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Now that I, for a change, had an actual decent weapon for this, it's not like that was ever going to be particularly difficult. Do I want the ancient battle axe? I think I want it. The Edge of Duality is almost broken. I'll just do that. Should probably take this sword as well. Gee, I really wish there was a way to have more room for weapons in this game. Oh wait, there is. Go and hunt down more Korok seeds. I specifically upgraded my weapons as much as I could, but it gets expensive after a while. Please don't be a weapon. Please don't be a weapon. Be a diamond. Okay, fine. This is just an endless problem at this point, like... Whatever, okay. That makes for 4 shrines in this video, I believe. So... Definitely doing a lot better now. I have a few specific shrines I do want to get to in this video, but I'm kind of, for some reason, not really prioritizing those, so... That's probably going to bite me in the ass eventually here. I mean, one of them is probably not going to be even a shrine because it involved a thing, and I'll probably explain it shortly when it becomes actually relevant, but for the meantime... Okay, so there was an enemy there. It isn't anymore. Okay, well, this is pretty much the only remaining shrine at this area, so this is the one I was thinking about when I said underground. Even though this isn't really underground, kind of, really. But it kind of fits what I'm trying to say, so... Let's wait for it to load. Okay, so... This thing is underground. And the only way in here... is through the water. Which I think is cold. So you had to do some weird stuff. I actually don't think I did it right. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to like cut down a tree and then sail downstream to reach it. Oh, really? Okay then. Not what I was expecting at all, but I'll take it. Yeah, you're supposed to do that, but I just kind of clinged to a wall and hoped for the best. it eventually worked. But finding it was kind of weird because I was standing literally above the shrine and it wasn't there. And that's really a thing that a lot of these shrines in the snowy Hebra Mountains area does do. So, yeah. And a few of them turned out to be something I couldn't actually figure out what the hell I was supposed to do. So that's something I'm going to go back to later. I don't know why I have a stamp here. Oh, I know now. Let's go here then. And then we can see if I can go to that food race from there. So yeah, this one, that shrine ended up being a blessing, but I don't think I found the side quest for that, so that's totally not on me. It's not like I solved some magical puzzle or something and just didn't show it. I'm pretty sure most people don't actually care. What shrine are we? Oh, this is another one that's like inside a cave. Actually, I think this is the one I think this is the one I started with in the train wreck video. And then I headed to the tower because I wanted to start near there. And really? Really? It was just kind of hidden in a wall behind an explosive wall. So again, not my fault. I mean, I kind of did a thing to find it, but not really something that's worth noting at all. That also means this is not the best place to get to the food race, which is kind of annoying. Well, okay, that's about half of the video and I've done 6 shrines, so if I can keep this pace up, which I probably can't, I could hit 100. But yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. So this is indeed... yeah. So I'm think... yeah, the tower is there. I think I want to go to Tohyasha, which I think is the stupid thunder shrine, which I'd rather not think about ever again. Because everything about that video was bad, basically. But oh well. It's done, and nobody needs to care about it ever again, so... it's also... is it just me, or has the thunder stopped here? It sure has, so I want to be going the exact opposite direction. As it happens, directly towards my mark, so I should be able to find it pretty well. The only downside is that there's a wall right in front of me that I need to climb. Right. So let's hope I can find some decent... I think that way might work better. Yeah, you're really good. Ow. Didn't expect that to actually hit. Yeah, I think this one is a pretty decent direction. I could probably save time if I actually cook stuff like these mushrooms or something. But, well, we all know how bad I am at cooking ever. So, there is that. I still haven't actually really figured out how the hell I was supposed to ever manage to get the orbs properly anywhere. Okay. Was hoping that would be a Korok, but I guess not. Oh, I look forward to the day when I just start hunting Koroks down to get all 900. Which I'm not going to do before I beat the game. There is no way in hell I'm going to do that. Can I just... yeah, I pretty much can. But yeah, I hope the DLC drops before I'm done though. The first one at least, because that has the Korok mask, and that's definitely something I'm waiting for the sake of making Koroks not the worst thing in the history of video game collectibles, which they probably aren't, but you know. I would much prefer to have the mask for that. And it would be nice to check the DLC out when it drops. I'm hoping this is going to actually work out for me. Barely, but it did. Right. I was able to climb this up with relative ease. Alright, back to aiming for the foot race. Okay, I'm a bit off track for it, but that was to be expected, I guess. Waiting to spot random Koroks roughly anywhere here. I need to turn a bit more this way. Probably might have been a better idea to just come from the Rito village entirely, but at this point it doesn't really matter. Okay. For some reason I feel like this trip is way longer than it should have any right to be. Like, I look at the map and it looks like it's a pretty short trip, and then it just isn't. The tower might also have been a pretty decent one. So let's see what the foot race has for me. I can now remove the stamp, I guess. Yeah, sure. This is probably not going to lead to a shrine or anything, but well, that's not really a huge problem, I guess. So, okay. The flag's on top of the mountain. Okay. Alright. Don't really know how well this is going to work out with my minimal stamina and all. So far pretty well, I guess. I mean, I can probably kind of pretty much cheat this guy out of victory by taking the time to actually climb up, like, places. He seems to be pretty much following the route, so I can pretty much do this and hopefully ignore these rocks. Grab some bird. Oh. Okay. Okay. I wasn't aware the flags were there, so let's hope I can still make it. I don't even know where the guy is anymore. No, I fucked it up. I definitely fucked it up. And then the rain came. Wow. That was dumb of me. Like, not that the rain actually mattered on that try. Okay, let's do that again. Just to be safe. Because just to be safe, in case it does lead to a shrine, and this race didn't really honestly seem all that difficult. I mean, I took a completely different path than he did, so that's probably the main problem. Like, I'm clearly slightly faster than him with 0 stamina, so if I just actually follow the correct path, I can pretty much probably win. So if I did that, there would be no problem, but I also kind of got lost somewhere along the way. So there is that. I'm still not confident that this is not the better route, especially because I do have the ability to use advanced swimming strategies. Let me put my entire swimming gear on, so I can get some quick swims. Then I can do that. And I did not even get caught for cheating yet. So... okay, he's going there. But thanks to the power of superior flight, I may have won. Not by much. Not by much, but I did. So, yeah. I think they did put some effort into thinking how the place works with this race in mind, considering they just happened to be that waterfall and all here. No, you're pretty useless, honestly. Okay, that was a colossal waste of time, basically, but that's fine. Do I even have that many shrines left here? I think I have like 2. So... yeah, I might have to start looking for more of them. So it's now it's time for me to finally go back to Sora's domain to do the Veiled Falls one, because I did solve it and it's kind of dumb. I'm going to show what you're supposed to do just so I can explain it, but I tried to do this before and then it didn't work for some reason. Turns out I had the right idea, but the game did not agree with me. So, this shrine is supposed to be activated when you do a thing with a specific weapon, the ceremonial trident, and this thing. So, what I was trying to do was get on top of the waterfall and then jump down and do like a jumping strike, and I was pretty confident that would work. Instead I lost all of my health and all that good stuff. What you're supposed to do is do a directly downward strike with the spear. The axe was not a spear, so it didn't really do it. But to do it you need to be like gliding with the hang glider and all that, which is kind of overly specific and dumb. It took me a while to actually get it done. Oh well. I assume this is going to be just a blessing, yep. But that one was to be expected. The other 2 not so much. And that's another silver rupees. Another silver rupees. I'm pretty sure I meant to say 100, but I didn't. Alright, so 3 of the blessing ones have had rupees in them this time, so I've made 500 already, which is really nice, honestly. Well, that aside, I think I only have one more shrine I've found that I can do, so let's hope it's not a blessing one. There is a small chance that it is. If it is, then I don't know what to do for the rest of the video, really. But I guess that's okay. Okay. So let me do a quick check through the map, see that there are no shrines. I mean, I could go to the forest. That is one option. There are shrines there I haven't found. But let's go to Saskosah, which is the Hyrule Castle shrine. You do want to check what that's all about, and it would make for a pretty decent ending for the video, since leaving the place requires 2 loading screens and it's kind of dumb. So I guess we can do that. If it ends up being very short, like it's a blessing or something, then I guess we'll head to the forest. I know there's at least 3 shrines to be done there, so I think that was the implication I got. Let's hope this is something interesting though. So that'll be something. Let's see. Really? It's just a major test of strength. Oh. Okay. I think I've seen this before. So these all of the major tests of strength and this kind of stuff, those just flat out have a way to stop the spinning move, but you could just do it with bombs. Yeah, let me go with the speed for a change. I mean, this looks like it's working pretty well. Again, taking useless damage from the spears, but yeah. Or I can just dodge it, that's also always an option. And wow, that broke quickly. Let's try the Wind Cleaver. Does feature this. Good job there. Where are you aiming, Link? Okay, the range on that is not the hottest. And the Wind Cleaver is almost broken. Okay. Well, at least I'm making room for more stuff in my inventory. There is that. Okay, you're real cute. There we go. And now I think my inventory is full again. Full and more, if I take this sword. Nah, whatever. Just gonna leave it there. Yeah, that was a... I don't know. These shrines ended up being kind of not the most interesting, and of course I need that. Let me throw the meteor rod off for just a moment and swap it out with this, because it's a 24 weapon. Not really the most thrilling thing I could have. At least the meteor rod has the potential to be pretty cool. Pun not intended. Not that it really was a pun. Alright, alright. That's that. I'm trying to think if there's something I'd like to try to do here real quick. But I don't think I really have anything. Yeah, I did 8 shrines here. 8 shrines is pretty much the most I've ever done. Like, if I think that's the most I've done. I've done it before. And yeah. Technically there would be no other loading screen for Hyrule Castle if I just left it naturally first. But it does take a while to do that, so I think we're going to call it a day here. So for next time I'll hopefully find more shrines and some enemies are coming, maybe? No? Okay. Yeah, bye.